So first thing, let me try to explain you like what exactly this training program is all about and what are the things we are going to be working it out. And
Okay.
step by step, I try to get into the details of it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so let's start like SAP sales and distribution.
Mhm.
Now, when we talk about this sales and distribution, it's going to be combination of two different things put together. Like selling the products is going to be
Mhm.
the first activity what we do,
Mhm.
and second process when we talk about this distribution, making sure the product is going to be reaching the customer on time. Okay, so distribution network is going to be totally related to the logistic. Okay, so
Mhm.
delivering the products customer
Okay.
on time. So there are going to be two different activities we are going to be working it out. So first, we make sure the product is going to be sold, and second one, we take care of the delivery processing as well. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the reason we try to call it as sales and distribution. Now, the first area where we are going to be thinking or how this course has been planned. Okay. So like the training is going to be done on three areas over here.
Mhm.
Like you try to get hands-on experience on SAP sales and distribution, looking into the functionality of the core sales business. And apart from that, we also try to work out with LE module. Now, when we talk about this LE, so LE is going to be the one which take care of your logistic execution module.
Okay.
Okay. Logistic execution. So this particular module is going to be basically dealing with the shipment and transportation. Like
Mhm.
once we receive an order from the customer, like how the product is going to be delivered on time. So delivery processing is what most of the time we work on the LE module. So making sure the product is not getting damaged in the part of your transportation, and we need to make sure the product is going to be delivered to the customer on time. So how to plan all the transportation activities is what this module is going to be taking care of it. Okay.
Okay.
And apart from this, we try to get hands-on experience on a project training.
Mhm.
Now, what you mean by this project training over here? So real-time exposure, like what
Mhm.
exactly you do as a consultant in the real time, the job role. So what are going to be the different projects available in SAP, and what is going to be your job role in each and every project? Because like we provide some support, we provide some
Mhm.
services. So how
Mhm.
those activities are going to be performed is what I'm going to be training it up. Yep. So we try to work out with sales and distribution, LE, and the project.
Project training.
Yep. And the total duration for this particular program, which I'm going to be conducting, is going to be for 4 months.
Okay.
Okay. So like the first 2.5 months, we try to get trained on sales and distribution, and another 15 to 20 hours, we try to focus on only the LE module, and remaining 1 month is going to be totally projected on project.
Okay.
Because like once you know the total subject entirely, so we need to know how we are going to be working independently in the real time.
Mhm.
So we try to explore more about the job role of a consultant in the project orientation.
Mhm.
Okay. So that's the reason I'm going to be conducting this for 4 months to give a total knowledge of how a consultant is going to be working it out.
Okay.
And in this particular process of training, so what are the things you're going to be doing it? Like whatever the training material is required, I try to provide you all that material. It can be books, what all books you need to refer, some PDF, some documentations. So real-time documentations, I try to provide you all those things from my end. Okay. And there are going to be a lot of assignments.
Mhm.
Assignments, tasks, everything need to be performed up.
Okay.
Because if you try to work on those assignments, So it's going to be easy for you for the interview preparation, because
Okay.
I try to provide you some of the real-time issues. So where you need to get an understanding on it. So you need to find out the solution, like how that particular issue need to be resolved. And the same thing you can express when you go for the interviews. So that is a major reason why I'm going to be working with the assignments on each and every topic wise. I try to provide you at least 2 to 3 assignments where you need to work out. In case if you're not able to crack those things, I'm going to be helping you out with that.
Okay.
And there are going to be FAQs as well. So what all questions you can expect on a topic. So all that questions are going to be shared from me. Like that is going to be useful for your SAP certification as well, or for the normal interview purpose.
Okay.
And then the next one, server access, because we need to practice. So this is not going to be a theoretical part. So we need to gain the knowledge on SAP application. The server access is going to be completely provided. So where you need to get hands-on experience on it. Okay. So when I talk about the sales, there are going to be only 3 things we do. Customer place an order, we deliver the stock, and billing is going to be performed. Only 3 steps. But in SAP, we need to know how those 3 steps are going to be working on. So hands-on experience on SAP platform is very much needed. Try to spend at least 2 to 2.5 hours on daily basis to know the functionality of it, because there is going to be no coding involved in it. There's going to be only the screens you need to focus on. That you need to basically understand how data is going to be getting copied from one document to another document. Okay, so where are the controls for that? So how you are going to be configuring, or how you are going to be developing the application so that the proper data is getting copied. So that's the reason practice is going to be mandatory, and it's going to be totally an online server. So no need to install any SAP application on the system. There is going to be only a small SAP GUI which need to be set up, and you can practice on it.
Okay.
And what else is required? Yeah, these are the things which I wanted to explain before we start anything, like giving you some highlights of it. And when we talk about the sales and distribution, so let me explain you how the things are going to be working. The first area we work it out over here is going to be addressed as core sales. How to work out with the sales process over here. So how you make sure the product is sold to the customer. So this core sales is going to be comprising of 4 areas. The first area, we call it as pre-sales. Second area, sales. And third one comes the complaints. And fourth area is the accruement. This is what we try to work in the core sales. Pre-sales, sales, complaints, and accruement. Now, when we talk about this particular pre-sales activities, anything happening before sale, we try to call it as a pre-sale. Now, for example, you have a requirement of purchasing any particular product. Let's say you have a requirement of buying an LED TV. First thing what we do, we try to do all our research. So we look for the specifications, we look for the brand, and then we go to a shop, we try to do some inquiry. So we want to get a demo of the product. We try to do some negotiations with the company related to the pricing. So such kind of activities are what we call it as a pre-sale activities, where there is a chance of customer coming back to the company for placing an order or may not. Now, for example, promotions. Promoting the product. Like pre-sales is nothing but anything happening before sale, like where we try to launch some new products. Or in case if you have a requirement of buying anything, what we do, we go to a shop, we inquire the product, we get some details about the product, you do some price negotiations with the company. what is the best offer price they try to offer it to us. So those activities are what we call it as pre-sales. So,
Mhm.
okay, like for example, like promotion, like promoting the product in the market, or inquiry. Now, if you want to know a product, we do some inquiries. So inquiry is going to be a part of your pre-sales activities. Offering a quotation. The company will offer a quotation. What is the best price they are going to be selling it? So
Mhm.
all these things are going to be the part of your pre-sales,
Okay.
where there is a chance of customer coming back to the company or may not. Because
Mhm.
it's not mandatory. Once you get a quotation or you inquire a product, you place an order. It's not mandatory. So that's the reason we call these activities as pre-sales activities.
Okay.
Whereas when you talk about sales, that means this is going to be taken as a legal thing. You have agreed to the terms and conditions of the company and you're trying to place an order.
Okay.
So once you get a quotation, what we do, if you're happy with the price, if you're happy with the services offered, you try to place an order. So sales order processing is what we are going to be dealing over here.
Mhm.
Order processing. And second one, once customer has placed an order, what we do, company need to deliver the stock. So we have the concept of delivery processing over here. Okay, so how this delivery activities are going to be done. So we try to gain that knowledge. And once the delivery is done, we need to collect the payments. So if I need to collect the payments, I need to work with the billing management.
Okay.
So how this billing management activities are done. So once we issue an invoice to the customer, then only the customer will be doing the payment. So how to issue an invoice? What information need to be maintained in the invoice? So all those things are going to be the part of your sales. Order, delivery, and billing.
Billing.
Okay. And once the product is sold, what is the next thing? In case there is a complaints, then we work out with the complaints. Sometimes what happens, once we deliver the stock to the customer, sometimes the product seems to be faulty, or product seems to be not working, or product got damaged,
Mhm.
or customer want to refund the product, is not interested in that particular product anymore. So such kind of things we call it as complaints. Okay. So where we try to work out with the refunds process, or you can call it as return cycle.
Mhm.
Okay. Return cycle, like how the company will be taking the goods back from the customer.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, once the company take the goods back, we need to do some settlement for that. So how to work out with the settlement process for the goods. Now, when we talk about the settlement process, there are going to be different ways. We try to refund the money,
Okay.
refund the money back. That's first thing. Okay. So we take the product and company will be issuing the money back. So these money backs are always going to be issued by a credit note. That's
Mhm.
one first thing. Or we try to work out with the replacement.
Okay.
Okay. We take that particular product and we issue a new product. So replacement. So there are two ways, like one, refund the money back, or work out with the replacement. Now, all the companies will be not working with all the scenarios. Each business will be having their own limitations. So as a consultant in the real time, you are going to be learning how the process is carried out. And based on that, you're going to be providing the solutions on SAP.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one area, settlement and the refund cycle. There is a chance of invoice corrections as well.
Okay.
Now, at the time of issuing a billing document, let's say user forgot to offer some discount.
Mhm.
And once the billing document has been issued, now customer is raising a complaint. Now, what is that? At the time of placing an order, they have promised me to offer the discount, which has been not maintained. So
Okay.
they try to correct that invoice and issue it. Or
Mhm.
at the time of generating an invoice, some price got changed, some calculation mistakes has been done. So
Mhm.
everything need to be corrected. So for that reason, we try to work out with the invoice corrections over here. So how to correct the invoice which has been issued to the customer.
Mhm.
Okay. So such kind of things are what is going to be the part of your complaints, which comes after sales. So we need to know how these cycles are going to be mapped into SAP.
Mhm.
And the fourth area, agreements. Now, when we talk about this agreement, this is nothing but long-term relationship between customer and the company.
Mhm.
You can call it as an bond as well. Okay. A bond which is signed between customer and the company, which will be having a validity period.
Mhm.
So it will be having a start date, it will be having an end date. So whenever customer place an order within that validity period, company need to supply the products.
Okay.
Okay. So here I can give you one example, contracts. It's going to be one of the business process we follow under agreements. Like for example, you have a rental agreement. So
Mhm.
rental agreement is the one which is signed between whom? Between the landlord and the tenant, saying that this is the amount which we pay it every month. So such kind of agreements are what we are going to be focusing on with the help of contracts.
Okay.
Okay. Our second concept is the rebates, cashbacks. In simple terms, I'm just trying to call it as a cashback, but we have a broader meaning. So
Mhm.
when you purchase any product, the companies will be offering some cashbacks or some kind of commissions based on the volume of sales. So
Okay.
these things we try to focus under agreements. So that's the reason always an agreement will be having a validity period. It will be having a start date. It will be having an end date.
And ended.
Okay, right. So whichever area you try to pick it up under core sales, the most important thing is the pricing,
Mhm.
which is going to be the heart of sales and distribution. Because when we try to offer a quotation to the customer, I need to maintain the price information. Or when I work with the order or I work with the billing, price is mandatory. In the same way, when we work with issuing a credit note or invoice correction, pricing is going to be mandatory. When we talk about this rebates or contracts, pricing is going to be mandatory. So whichever area you work under core sales, pricing is a must. So almost we are going to be spending around 20 hours on the pricing concept itself, because this is going to be the one which you need to have a good knowledge on.
Mhm.
So how the price is calculated, how to offer the discounts, how the taxes are going to be done. So everything in detail, we are going to be gaining the knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what we try to work under core sales, getting the functionality, understanding the business process. But
Mhm.
in a company, sales department cannot work independently. Why? Because if I want to sell the product, I require stock. Do I maintain any stock? Sales team never maintain any kind of
No.
stock. We have different department who maintain the stock. So
Okay.
we have some integration skill set required. Now, what is that integration skill set we required? Like first area is going to be SD working with MM. Okay.
Mhm.
So MM stands for material management. and they are going to be responsible for inventory management. Now, when we talk about this inventory management, maintain the stock levels.
Mhm.
If they maintain the stock levels, then only I can use that stock for sales. If they don't maintain the stock, I cannot sell the product. So we work with this model, like how SD is going to be working with MM, so maintaining the stock levels. That's the first one. Okay.
So
Apart from
maintaining
that,
the stock, that is the responsibility of inventory management.
right, exactly.
Okay.
So we need to know like how these guys will be maintaining the stock so that we can use that stock for sales.
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes what happens, stock is going to be not available in our location. So what we do, we try to get the stock from another location. So we have a concept by the name stock transfers. So how to transfer the stock from one location to another location. Okay. Stock transfers are going to be the concept. Or we have some trading scenarios. Now trading is nothing but buying and selling. We buy the product from one and sell the product to other customer, and we make some revenue out of it. Like for example, let's say all the supermarkets. So all the supermarkets will be not doing any kind of manufacturing. So they buy the products and they sell it to the customers and they make some revenue out of it.
Okay.
So such kind of scenarios we are going to be looking after. How to purchase the stock, how to sell the stock, and how to make revenue for the company. Okay. So this first area we work it out under MM. At the same time, we work with FI module because we need to deal with the payments. Now, when we talk about this FICO, so people call it as a FICO, 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 anything is accepted up. But FICO is going to be of two modules, where FI stands for financial accounting. That's the first one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this team is going to be involved in preparing the balance sheet. Company balance sheet is what they prepare it. Because for every quarter, they try to release the financial statement whether the company is in profit or loss. How much revenue they made it, how much loss they have made it, what are the expenses, what are the discounts they have offered. They need to release their statements. So FI team is the one who will be preparing this balance sheet. Okay. So to prepare this balance sheet, what they need to do, they need to record each and every payment.
Okay.
Whenever customer is doing any payment, I need to keep a record of it. Whenever company is paying any payment, we need to keep a record of it. Then only we can generate this balance sheet. So they take care of all the payment activities, which we try to call it as AR, account receivables and account payables.
Okay.
Incoming payments and outgoing payments. So if you record each and every payment, then only we can generate this balance sheet and we can tell whether the company is in profit or in losses. Okay, that's what this finance team is going to be taking care of it. So we need to work with the finance team. Okay, so if you want to collect the payments, payment part is going to be taken care by the FI. So if they need to collect the payment, SD need to provide that information from which customer, on which date, how much payment need to be collected. So we work with the FI team. So we have some topics over here by the name accounts determination, like how these accounts are going to be getting updated. So how taxes are going to be calculated. So we have a concept of GST, goods and sales tax. So how these taxes are calculated, we need to have that knowledge as well. And we have credit management, where the goods will be offered on credit. Offer goods on credit. You take the goods now and do the payment later. It's just like a credit card. So banks will be offering you the credit limit. Here, companies will be offering the credit limit to the customers.
Okay.
So these are the things, and we have rebates concepts, cashbacks. We try to deal with it.
Okay.
When we talk about the CO model, CO stands for controlling. Okay, CO stands for controlling, and this controlling team will be working on only one topic called as product costing.
Okay.
Okay, simple thing, product costing. Now, when we talk about this product costing, fix up the prices.
Okay.
Of the product. At what price the company need to sell the product in the market, that is going to be taken care by the CO department.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
going to be the sales team who will be fixing up the selling price. Let's say buy this laptop at 40,000 rupees. Sales team will never fix it up. Why? Because we don't know the manufacturing cost. We don't know the production cost. Then how I can fix up the selling price? So it's going to be the CO team who will be doing this product costing.
Okay.
So this topic in SAP, we call it as COPA, costing and profit analysis. So CO will be having a good knowledge with all the models. They work with sales, they work with inventory, they work with the production to know this costing functionality. Okay, so here, let's say CO team is working with MM to know the raw material costing, at what price they purchase the material required. So that's the first thing. Then CO team is going to be working with the PP department, production department, to know the cost in manufacturing that particular product, labor cost, infrastructure cost, machine cost, water cost, everything. And then they try to work out with SD department to know the price involved in promotion. Promotion costing, we call it as. So based on all these parameters, they try to fix up the price. So we have some knowledge with CO module, but most of the times we try to work out with FI, but we also try to work out with the CO module as well.
Okay.
And then we try to focus on LE. This is going to be another area. Okay. So as I mentioned, LE stands for Logistic Execution Module. So the most of the times they try to work out with only two things: shipment and transportation. As now, take an example of an Amazon or an Flipkart. So whenever you are trying to purchase anything, they try to provide you the delivery dates. Like if you place an order today, on which date you get the product. So before that, what they ask us to enter the PIN code. So once you enter the PIN code, everything is going to be getting calculated. On which date the product is going to be delivered. So that delivery activity is what this LE module is going to be dealing with. Okay. So once we receive an order from the customer, we need to pick the stock, we need to pack the stock, we need to make sure the product is going to be shipped on time. So such kind of activities are what is going to be taken care under LE module. Okay. Totally related to the delivery processing itself. So we have a lot of things which comes under LE, so we try to work it out over here. Like basically, in small terminology used, like picking process is the first activity. Pack the products and deliver the products. Like we try to calculate the shipment costing. For delivering the product, I try to charge the customer. So how that price is going to be getting calculated. So for that, we have a lot of things like route is the first thing you need to know. Departure point, destination point. If I know this departure point and destination point, I come to know the distance. So for sending the product for a particular distance, how much amount I need to spend. I need to arrange a transportation. I need to pay to the driver. I need to pay for the truck. So all this calculation is what we do it over here.
Okay.
And other one, it's going to be technical. Like before we get into technical, we work with the PP module. But
Okay.
PP stands for production planning. Now, why we need to work with this particular team? Because they are the one who do the manufacturing. So if they
Okay.
need to do the manufacturing, who need to provide the information? Sales team. For which material, how much stock need to be manufactured. So if they get that information, then only they can do the production. So
Okay.
we work with this particular team for that. So we have a topic, availability check,
Mhm.
stock availability check, and transfer of requirements. For that, we need to work with the PP to know the time involved in manufacturing a particular product.
Okay.
Okay. And then we work with the technical one, ABAP. So how SD is going to be working with the ABAP. So this is the one language. We call it as a language. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you want to develop any screen in SAP, all that coding is going to be done on ABAP language. So we need to know some technicalities of SAP as well, like program names. Like if ABAP need to do any kind of coding, so you need to provide the program names. Now, where exactly he need to do that coding part, and
Okay.
tables. So whatever values we try to save in SAP will be stored in the form of table format. Okay. So
Okay.
you need to provide the table names, like what is the table he need to do. There are going to be some field names. So for each and every field, we have some technical names. So you need to work out with that technical names as well. So you need to know how to work out with the enhancements. Like in case if you don't have a particular solution in SAP, ready-made solution available, no ready-made solution, then you need to put that information in front of your ABAP for doing the developments. So
Okay.
all the development activities we need to be learning under SC ABAP integration. So it's not that we totally focus on the technical part over here. Whatever skill set is required for the communication, we try to get that hands-on experience. So if know all these things together, then only you can call yourself as an SD consultant, because that's how we try to work out in the real time as well. Because we don't try to limit ourselves working under sales and distribution. We try to gain the knowledge. So how SD is going to be working with all these things.
Mhm.
So once we're done with the entire training program, then we try to work out with the project. So as the project is going to be started up, so where I try to work with the projects. So like what are going to be the different projects you have in SAP? So what is going to be the job role?
Okay.
In simple terms, job role of SAP SD consultant in various projects. I try to explain you that one. And I try to make sure you work on one end-to-end implementation project from start till end. So how that project is going to be done, like what are going to be the methodologies you're going to be following it. So how you're going to be maintaining the documentations after implementing or after developing SAP, how the support process is going to be done, how we are going to be communicating with the customers, everything I try to put over here. So you know the things which are going to be working it out.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what I'm going to be doing from this particular training program.
Okay.
Okay. So if anything is not clear, please just let me know. I can help you out with that. Or you're
Yeah.
able to
well,
follow with the things. Just
Yes.
let
Yes.
me
I
know.
am able to follow.
Okay. So there's going to be just an overview of what exactly the things we are going to be learning on SD module.
Okay. So one thing. So in SDLE logistics is there, no? So
Yeah.
there we are going to. I mean, the shipment costing, all those things. That is comes under the LE, or that that costing and all those things will take care and will take care the CO team.
No, that is part of your LE itself.
Okay.
Because like shipment costing will be not done by the CO. The shipment costing will be taken care by the LE team. Only the price of the product, the fixing will be taken care by the controlling.
Okay.
Because like they don't know how this delivery process is going to be working. So LE team will be working out with the delivery cost. So this is what I wanted to explain in today's class, like just giving you an overview of the sales and distribution module. So in tomorrow class, I can start explaining you some information related to the terms used, what are the frequent terms we use it. So who will be called as a client, who will be called as an implementation partner. So what is the job role of a consultant? So I try to give you some highlights of that. I try to explain you what this SAP application is all about. And then we try to get into the subject. Okay. So let me stop it over here. So I try to share this Excel sheet and the class video as well. This class video is going to be shared through Google Drive. I provide you the link for that once I upload it, so you can download it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, man.
And may I know what is the timing, tomorrow timings?
Can we meet up at the same time, please, at the 9 a.m.?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you can join up using the same link. So what I've shared it. So let's catch up tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.